हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। एंड आज के इस वीडियो में इकोनॉमिक्स मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स का चैप्टर 3 की बात करेंगे। एंड द सब्जेक्ट नेम इज़ मनी एंड बैंकिंग। इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है एंड आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट all the viewers to watch this video till the end to have a complete concept clearing, and I am sure after watching these videos you will be able to score good marks. Okay, so straight away we will start with what is barter system. Simple, this is a very simple question. We know about this, not a very difficult one. Exchange of goods for goods is called barter system. So this is the definition, and this system was prevalent prior to the invention of money, and there is a direct exchange of goods and services, and this system had many drawbacks. The first drawback was lack of double coincidence. Now what is this? Now in barter system, a person having a surplus commodity should find another person who not only wants that commodity but also has something acceptable for exchange, and which is quite difficult to find. I have also given one example here that if a person A can exchange goods with person B only when A has what B wants and B has what A wants. So this is called double coincidence of want. So this was one of the greatest drawback of barter system. The second drawback was lack of divisibility. Now there are certain goods which are useful as a whole. They lose their utility if broken or cut down into small pieces. A very good example is, any animal like cow or tables. So now if you will break them, they will be useless. So it is very difficult to sell these commodities during barter system, because these commodities cannot be broken into pieces. Okay, the third problem with barter system was lack of common measure of value. In barter system there is no common measure of value. Suppose a goat is to be exchanged for rice, it is difficult to decide the amount of rice which is to be exchanged with a goat. So this is called lack of common measure of value, where it was very difficult to find the value of a good or service. The fourth drawback of barter system was lack of storage. Like, people like to save for future. This is a common tendency of the people, but in barter system it is not possible to save commodities for future use. Like, for example, perishable goods like rice, milk, etc. So this cannot be stored for too long time. So therefore this is one drawback of the barter system. So my dear friends, these 4 drawbacks you must remember for the exam. Now let's move on to the next concept, money. So money, now this is a type of proverb that I have written here. Money is a matter of functions for a medium, a measure, a standard and a store. So this particular definition of money contains 4 important functions of money, that is medium, measure, standard and store. So money is a matter of functions for a medium, a measure, a standard and a store. So it sounds good, right? And anything that is generally accepted as a medium of exchange is called money. In other words, we can also say that money is what money does. Generally money performs 4 functions which I have written in this blue lines, and it also removes the drawbacks of the barter system, right? Now let's move on to functions of money. So again, there are 4 functions of money, and these 4 functions of money have been evolved from the drawbacks of barter system. The first important function of money is it acts as a medium of exchange, and anyone can buy or sell goods and services in exchange for money, and it removes the problem of double coincidence of wants. Very simple one. Now the second one is measure of value. The value of goods and services can be expressed in terms of money. We can fix the price of a product with the help of money. Thus it removes the difficulty of measure of value. So any good and services, we can easily express that in terms of money. That means we can value a service, we can find the value of a good with the help of money. Third important function is standard of deferred payments. Now what is this deferred payment? In simple words, they are called future payment, or when we buy goods and services in credit. So we have a tendency, people have a tendency to buy goods and services now, and they like to pay in future. So these transactions were not possible during barter system, but with the help of the invention of money, we can easily buy goods now and pay later. So this is one important function. Lastly, store of value. People can store their wealth in the form of money in the banks or at home, and therefore it removes the problem of storage which was there during the barter system, and this leads to saving by the people which can be used in future. Okay, so these were the important functions of money. Now let's move on to next concept, that is demand for money. So why we need money? Basically demand for money depends on three factors. They are: number one, transactions. Since money is required to conduct transactions, larger the volume of transactions, larger the quantity or amount of money that is demanded. It's very simple. जितने ज़्यादा transactions करेंगे उतना ज़्यादा money की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी. Second, income. Now since the quantum of the transactions depends on income, so it should be clear that a rise in the income will lead to rise in the demand for money. So if we earn more, we will spend more, we will have more transactions. So that is the the theme. And thirdly, rate of interest. Demand for money also depends on the rate of interest. When interest rates go up, people become less interested in holding money, and therefore at higher interest rates, money demanded comes down. So if rate of interest increases on money, the people will demand less of money. That is, suppose if we take loan from bank and the rate of interest is increased by the bank, so definitely we will not be more interested in taking loans from banks. So this is why all these factors where the amount of money that we require depends. Okay, let's move on to the next concept, supply of money. And let's try to define this first. The total stock of money in circulation among the people at a particular point of time in an economy is called money supply. And basically it is a stock variable. That means we can measure money supply on a particular date. So basically supply of money, it is the circulation of money among the people of a country during a particular period of time. Very simple. Let's see the important components of money supply. Basically there are two components of money supply. The first one is currency, the second one is demand deposits. Now what is currency? As we know, money is it is a visible item. We can see that in the form of currency, coins, or rupee, paper notes. So currency is nothing but coins and paper notes circulated by RBI in the country. And demand deposits refers to all those deposits with the commercial banks which can be encashed by issuing checks by the account holders, and these are also known as demand deposits. So all those money which already we have deposited with the commercial bank, so they are demand deposits. It's very simple. Okay, now let's move on to the next concept, alternative measures of money supply. So there are four measures of money supply, and these measures are in decreasing order of their liquidity. Okay, so this is very important one for your exam also, this alternative measures of money supply. And there are four measures. The first one is M1, M2, third M3 and M4. So these four alternative measures of money supply are there, and let's try to understand what are these. M1 refers to currency plus demand deposits, and this is the most liquid and easiest for transactions. I mean the total value of currency and demand deposits that lies in a year or circulated in a country, and M2 refers to M1 plus saving deposits with post office saving banks. I mean, in other words, we can say currency plus demand deposits plus savings deposit with the post office. M3 refers to M1 plus time deposits with commercial banks, and this is the most commonly used measure of money supply, and this is also known as aggregate monetary resources. So I will repeat, M3 is M1, I mean currency plus demand deposits plus time deposits with the commercial bank. The difference between M2 and M3 is the saving deposits and time deposits. M2 में हम लोग M1 के साथ में saving deposits plus कर रहे थे पोस्ट ऑफिस की, एंड M3 में हम लोग M1 के साथ में टाइम डिपॉजिट्स प्लस करते हैं कमर्शियल बैंक्स की. लेट्स सी M4. M4 में M3 प्लस टोटल डिपॉजिट्स विद द पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग बैंक्स एक्सेप्ट दिस नेशनल सेविंग्स सर्टिफिकेट, and this is the least liquid measure of money supply. That means it's very difficult to encash money in this method. So this is M3 plus total deposits. I mean यहाँ पे सारे ही प्लस हो गए, M1 plus M2 plus M3, तो ये सभी को प्लस करेंगे तो we get M4. तो that is so simple. Okay, let's now like few concepts are here. Like narrow money. What is narrow money? This is M1 plus M2 are also known as narrow money, and broad money M3 and M4 are known as broad money. So this is how it works. One more concept, that is high powered money. Now what is this? Money issued by RBI and the government is known as high powered money. It is also known as reserve money, and it includes all the currency notes and cash reserves with the commercial banks. So in other words, we can say that all the currency and which are circulated in the country, I mean a type of money supply, so you can write in that.